Okay, so just a basic run through on hitching the van on. The van hitches onto a standard car tow ball, 50mm tow ball, like I've got on the back of the D-Max over here. We do have an adjustable tow hitch which will adjust the height of the tow ball, and that's important just to make sure the van's running level, but we'll run through that and set that up with you on the day. So you back the vehicle in place and then drop the hitch down on the tow ball and re-secure the pin, and that's with the car tow ball sitting underneath. You hook up the chains on the D-shackles, crossing them over, hooking them on like so, and then you go about hooking up the wiring plugs. The van comes with a 12-pin plug, and the little pins here are responsible for controlling the brake lights and the indicators, the anti-sway control, and the automatic braking system if you happen to have it fitted to your vehicle. The middle pin here on the larger pins transfers the power through to the 12-volt system in the van. If you don't happen to have a 12-pin plug, then we do also have an Anderson plug spliced in, which will produce power from the car into the van. If you don't have either, it's not the end of the world. All it means is the fridge won't run while you're driving, but everything else will work satisfactorily. So those plug into a 12-pin port on the vehicle and an Anderson plug on the vehicle if you happen to have that fitted. If you don't have a brake controller on your car, we actually do have an Elect Brakes brake controller fitted. I'm going to come around and take a little video of that, which looks like this. And it comes with a series of adapters, which I've got over here, which will splice in. And essentially, the front of that hooks on to the tow vehicle, whether it be a large round, a 7-pin flat, a small round, or a 12-pin flat. On your car, we've got all the adapters there, and then those all adapt to match the van. And essentially what happens is, let's say we're working with a 7-pin flat, that'll plug into your vehicle, this end will plug into the van plug, and this part here comes across and plugs into the electric brakes plug, which turns your vehicle into a brake controller. What it does is it senses the amount of braking pressure that you're applying in the vehicle, and based on that amount of pressure, the little controller there will apply the right amount of brakes to the van so that your van is braking together with the car. So we set that up on a Bluetooth app, which I'll put the link to that app in the comments for this video. Get you to download it and test it on the day, so make sure that's all working. The other elements here that I'll just quickly run through is, once we're hooked up to the tow vehicle and we've got the chains on, we'll hook this safety chain onto the vehicle. Ideally this is going to be hooked into a position somewhere where it's not part of the tow ball assembly. So I've got mine hooked on a little carabiner here onto the chassis rail, and essentially this flexible cord will come across and hook onto there, and it's a safety breakaway. So in the event for some reason the van becomes unhitched and breaks away, it comes off the tow ball, this will still be attached to a point, and then the safety pin there will come out, and once that pops out, it'll automatically engage the brakes on the van, which if we go around the back of the van and check, they'll be on. If that happens to come out because you've pulled it out or for some other reason, you just poke it back in and it resets the system, so that's not the end of the world there. The jockey wheel, you would wind down that to get this to sit on the tow ball, and then you pull the handle out and rotate it up 90 degrees and it sits nicely against the drawbar there. And the last bit is the handbrake, or the emergency, which you just take the pressure off it, lift that up and drop it down. I won't take it off just now because I'm not hooked onto anything. And that's the system of hitching the van onto your car, and you just do the reverse order to take it back off.